mi fuego. 93 like me, fire in the sheets, spending summers on the sea. Quedo, she no way home. Better feel life on the day.
The team you want to win is the one that beats you, right? Like that's what gets you going. It's time though. Game number 4 about to kick off. We're headed to the desert. The map has changed, but the plane is still mostly fair.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, most areas going to be
Kinda.
attainable. I mean, my eyes for me goes towards Picardo. We're going to have the same thing from Edge here dropping in. They've dropped in a position that looks as if they're going to go for it. And really, this is going to be the discussion once again: is do they just take these because of Sonic's not being in the lobby, or is this them kind of trying to solidify themselves at least geographically? Let's say on both maps.
Yeah. Okay, I don't have contact with the Sonics because I'm working right now. Chat, I got to set you on the path. Go find out if the Sonics are watching and if they are prepared to take Edge to the edge, because I am excited about watching them go up against each other. Because Hypoc, it seems like Edge, I don't want to say they don't care, but like they're clearly here just to make a point, or so it would seem. And they just, like, they've claimed Picado and Pachiki. Who does that? Out of opens.
Yeah, well, I mean, I know Shrimzy's actually watching along the games tonight, so I'm sure he's got plenty to say about the situation watching in from the outside here. But Circle does post. Actually going to split right along that Chumacera and Picardo road that comes down from Montenuevo to Los Leones. The rest of his teammates, but the Gascans will find a spot over on the western road here.
I've heard it's better to rotate as a group than solos because people don't often discuss who to target, and it seems like the Gascans benefited from everyone shooting all of them instead of one of them. Tactical 8, however, looking to kill all. Never mind. Crop comes in. Morrow does go down, but D-Ridge puts Steezy in the grave. Detonator trying to make a play here. 3 from T8, still up, pushing in. Detonator actually knocks William with the grenade. So William gonna have to lay there as Crop tries to figure out how to get involved with this thing right now. Crop goes in and smokes the back door. William getting flushed from elsewhere. Edge, there's Edge again. Gonna go ahead and finish them. The door opens. Detonator is down. Crop, the last man standing. Tries to get the angle, drops back with the AK, closes the door behind him. Knows he's got to make a tactical play to try to keep his team in this thing. Meanwhile, Veritas heard blood and wants to come feed as they try to join the frenzy. Gravity trying to root out the last player of Tactical 8, while Veritas, Danny G, taking the point, comes in and says, we want to get involved. We love free kills. Danny G does have a feel for where Crop is, sees the player, gives away his spot. However, Gravity knows he's there. Danny G thinking about maybe falling back after this one. Got the silencer on that DMR. The SLR is going to fall back, I think, and just kind of hold the dip. The circle pops, and it continues to go west. My boy, go west.
Yeah, relatively expected with this one. With, again, you got to consider the unplayable terrain. This is heartbreaking, really, for anybody that's set up from Circle 1, which is why you see Veritas trying to go in on this now, that they know they have a couple of opportunities, and there's only going to be a handful in a game like this where, you know, points present themselves, right? Which is why they've attempted this third party, but unfortunately not able to really garner anything from it whatsoever. Eyes back towards the Circle. Zenith actually able to get ahead of Rumblers. We know they had problems coming out of Chumacera. And now in addition, Rumblers down to 2 as well. So obviously losing another one in that transition.
Zenith acting like a greased pig at the rodeo as they just slip through everybody and grab a spot inside the circle. I don't know how. I mean, do you remember where they were when we started this conversation about Zenith? Like, that is shocking. Not only that they got there, but they got there with 3. Like, that is what is surprising me. That said, let's take a look at Honey and Danny G as Honey gets a nice little knock, jumping over to Veritas, trying to find a spot inside the circle. You saw him earlier trying to get involved with a third party. That is eliminated in the meantime. Almost. What?
Is that an aid? Did he throw an aid?
I don't think.
Yeah,
yes, he did.
Yeah, he did.
Oh. That was a wild little turn of events there, but Veritas jumps out, manages to get the first member of Dodge and buys himself some space in this dip. Meanwhile, chaos is everywhere else. TSM's fighting Liberate. 4F in this spot. Liberate is TSM is TSM annihilates Liberate in a 1-2-3. That was clean and fast. We didn't get a chance to watch it. It was so quick.
No, it wasn't. And Liberate were one of the teams that decided to try and wrap north and find a path in, but TSM clinging on to this position from the early game as well. This is where we saw them first getting into it. Was it Eternity on the high ground? I'm pretty sure it was, but now able to stabilize and give themselves a really good opportunity to kind of farm edge and at least clear some space for themselves.
Keenan loving them. Like this is peak PUBG fun for me. When you're in a window and clearly no one's interested in looking at you.
Just target
you just
practice.
Yeah, I should probably just play the firing range 24/7 because this is the kind of thing I enjoy. What I do not love is pushing this building as Edge is being forced to do against Lampalot.
Oh no,
You have the mollies though. That's the way to clear it. Lampalot jumps over the railing, but all that means is you die closer to ground zero. Kills him through the door. That's like double injury. Makes a doggy door for him to get flushed through. Lampalot down. Edge now has that building and can defend against it. Meanwhile, Waldo burning alive. It has been a fire fest over here nonstop. Freely Please gets a nice little kill there as the Rumblers go down. KekW Kier suffering at the hands of the gas cans, and the circle shifts to the south this time in a switch up to make life a little bit harder for those who are comfortably in the north.
Oh, here's Gascan's actually trying to mount this push on. Lots of utility invested. You see KekW is taking a lot of damage here. Aldous will get that knock onto Fries with that molly. Actually, Aldous looking to come up and punish now. We'll go for the flush initially, but we'll just clean things up. Nice little headshot there onto Winnie, and Gascans will create a little bit of space for themselves, but the third party coming through here, a knock, and Adam split as well, and another knock comes through. Aldous gets put down. Punis gets the kill credit for Nico, so Adam, the last man standing for the Gascans here. Zenith still is 3. Sorry, actually 4 now. Wait, what, did they not lose somebody in that transition? I thought it was only 3 that made it out to the southwest.
Zenith,
I guess somebody was late on the rotation.
You know, I told you I was feeling kind of zen at the start of today. I did not mean this. That was some crazy rotation by them. Zenith gets in. Gas cans push that shack because they had to. Sadly, he went for the res that kind of exposed them, but that whole area was just way too open for someone to be outside. We'll jump over to Balefrost, who's been putting in some serious work with that mini, as Oath holds the high ground. The problem is that shift that went south turned Oath from gatekeepers to gate kept. Is now they have to find a way to push through the hard shifts and Eternity. Fortunately for them, Eternity is fighting with the hard shifts. Meanwhile, Kickstart, from the team we're watching, manages to flush out and finish the gas cans. Eternity goes down, and that does open the door to Oath only having to push 2 players of the hard shifts. It was a lot tougher a prospect before Eternity got knocked out there.
Yeah, it creates a lot of space actually for the 2 teams that need it most, which is Oath and TSM, right? If Oath deal with hard shifts here, again, I'm not sure what decision TSM are going to make. It looks like they might be considering the compound as you're going to send it down towards the long building. Right down the hill, using the tree for cover, so they actually nullify a lot of the damage potential coming out.
Beautiful play. TSM pushes strong. They're up against the building. They want to get inside. Edge is no stranger to fighting, and they love to go. Nana peeks out, ducks back inside, tries to get the play, but they've made it through the window. Nana going for the bandage just inside of the long haul. It's a locked in, sees him out, knocked him down. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Hard shifts out elsewhere. Honey tries to make a play, drops on down. aLOW is a king as they push hard. Edge is eliminated. TSM pushed a defensive compound that is insanely difficult to get into using a tree and a hubris. You don't win pushes with trees and hubris unless you're TSM.
The other thing was somebody had a Saiga. Nana had a Saiga ready to greet them on the door and not able to get any damage across it. I mean, it's the worst weapon, really. You don't see it used often, but right there, it's the perfect tool for the job. And look at that. Circle 5, they come in, they find themselves a compound, crashing onto a compound, and now it's dead center.
That is, I mean, it's TSM. And the thing is, you can't be like, well, I didn't earn it, because that push was wild, right? Like you said, Nana was set up to do some damage. The hope was anyone pushes us, we'll get them low on the spray, and then you run out with a side gun, you finish the job. But they couldn't hit him. It was the perfect approach vector by TSM. Planned, perfected, practiced, I am willing to guarantee it, and executed very, very cleanly. Let's jump over to the team who has been, if TSM has been planning every move, Zenith has been flying by the seat of their pants, and it is working. As they now push uphill, Honey Badger with the Groza in hand looking to get up here and take Oath out. Can they do it? Now is the moment.
And actually, Sparking playing that anchor position has allowed Boonage, Honey Badger, and Shinboy to move up so close. Actually, pretty much within throwable distance here. Look at this, just from Sparking applying a little bit of pressure here. Now, we'll see if Zenith can actually clean this up onto
Time
Oath.
for redneck fishing, boys. They're going to throw the nades out there, looking to get themselves a little something. Oath already down one,
Look at
but
the
fight
damage,
continues.
man.
The damage is insane. All of the utility being burned. Poonage drops, but Sparking playing that anchor on the outside. Oath down one. Both teams lost. Honey Badger is down. That's going to cost him the Groza. Shinboy tries to double back. Maybe wants to get the red before the blue closes in, but doesn't have a lot of options. Taking shots from TSM downhill is going to put Shinboy in a very tough position. He has to make some hard decisions. The molly's going to come out. Shinboy to the top of the hill, thinking he wants to try to make the push. Oath is at 3 right now. Penta knocks Honey Badger, flushes Honey Badger. TSM's just in there stealing kills.
Shinboy actually got a knock and a flat. Actually, I think 2 confirmed on the kills there.
Nice.
With that nade. And Snakers will get knocked, but Belfast trying to get this res before the circle comes in. So much pressure coming on. I like the thinking from Zenith, but ultimately it's backfired with this third party coming in from TSM. And look at that. How much damage is coming in from TSM as they try and push up. And it's actually Oath that survive through the barrage of utility.
Zenith fought tooth and nail for so long, and they go out at the hands of TSM on a sniper third party, basically. And now Oath has to lick their wounds. They burned almost all of their utility to survive the fight with Zenith, which means Purdy and the boys can just watch them walk in.
Already up to 12 kills as well. And like I said, I mean, this is the point where anything's a bonus, right? You get the compound, yeah, it's great. You can ride out, play a bit of placement, but to do it as 4 and still be in a position to keep putting up kills, there you go. Kurt gonna fish out Vegas as well on the hay bales with a nade and weaken Dodge that they were sharing this, well, I guess the remnants of Dodge at least that they were sharing this compound with. And again, a little more circle love for good measure.
Oh my goodness, that compound is, oh my goodness, look at that compound. Spicy Fish, they can kind of stay. Roth should push up to Keenan. They can wait and see how this one plays out. Veritas can't very easily join Michael. They're going to have to try to make a play, but I assume they'll wait till the blue closes a little bit more to try and make that happen, because Spicy Fish do have eyes on them when they try to make the rotation. The big play force is going to be Oath here. Oath has to find some sort of way to get to the circle, and you saw that the second they stepped out, Balefrost took a pop to the chest. Snakers, however, does do what Snakers do best and gets just inside the circle.
I'm actually impressed they were able to break line of sight actually here on the compound and get down. But again, the next question is for how long, right? What's the next cross look like for Snakers? Balefrost still out in no man's land, to be honest with you, with this cross now to try and regroup at least.
And even then, Snakers is on a ridge that's not technically in, so he's going to have to come over. His hope, I think, is that Veritas or Spicy Fish make a move early, and he can try to use that for cover. Sharp shot from Spicy Fish, though, is taking shots at Snakers over there. We knew that Oath's biggest threat might be from that side. Roth playing the anchor on the outside for them as well, doing a great job there. We saw him clutch up the last game, so letting him play anchor and have a little bit of lemonade on this one, it looks like, as a Sharp shot sort of taking the harassment helm here as he watches 2 teams from one spot.
It was actually, there you go. They will pick off Snakers on that cross. It's Kurt that steals it away.
Kurt.
No way, man. But
this is cruel and unusual.
This is the importance, right, of remaining active when you have this sort of position. You're able to just pick up these cheeky kill points along the way and capitalize on, a few of these other teams that are in a more, I guess, desperation mode to try and convert their position and to get these steals. So now TSM can flex out a little bit with that threat from the north, which was the remnants at Oath. They can start to get more hungry and see what else they can find.
Yeah, they go by TSM, but their team quad made as they move forward to the middle of the circle.
God.
They counted that. Both of those shots started at the exact same time. They opened fire together. They got a double knock. Spicy Fish is immediately down to 1. Veritas stuck on the rock. The fish have been flushed. VTS, Dodge, and TSM bring up the final 3 teams, but TSM has almost complete control of more than 50% of this circle. Veritas and Dodge are going to have to clean each other out inside of a little barn.
I mean, this is Really, really well set up from TSM. Ultimately here, I mean, look how much they're just bunched backs against the wall here. Veritas have got to make a play, and I don't think they're really confident enough to do so. No options whatsoever, and the molly damage coming through and ticking them and just keeping them honest for the time being as well.
Well, and what they've done is Luke is guaranteed Luke can tell them about 40% of the circle that they're not in, and TSM is just spreading out and sweeping the rest of it, and now they control the center point between the two members of their team. So TSM just systematically clearing and got to a point where they knew where the guys were, mollied it up. Hello Senpai does get the kill in the flush. That'll be a point for him. Veritas manages to make a play. Penta will go down, but aLOW gets Michael. Jazza gets aLOW return. Luke12, all of a sudden, the last man standing has to make the final play. Can he push before Dodge or Veritas? Veritas wants to res. Dodge wants to survive. This all of a sudden became TSM's game into a 1v1v1.
No way this comes down to it. Penta desperately trying to call away. Hello Senpai will finally fall. It's only Jazza standing for Veritas right now, and he's not even looking for the res. He wants to try and secure this game for Veritas. Penta now, whether or not he's going to be able to relay this information or Luke back beyond the smoke.
1v1. Jazza looks like he's going to sacrifice, maybe go for some of the flushes. No one's going for reses. They're going to play it out. Jazza versus Luke12. Luke12 opens the spray, pops the head, and the wonder from down under comes through with yet another win. They keep cutting to my camera faster than I expect. I look ridiculous with the hand motions,
nearly catching me out, actually, yeah.
TSM plays that game clean, beautiful, comes out with, are you ready for this? 19 kills.